Week 9 in the Hammer. Sweltering humidity all day has made way for the red-hot Ticats. 2-0 after an 0-5 start, and the Alouettes return for the first time to the scene of their Grey Cup glory, but a different quarterback is calling the shots. Love Bo saying he's ready to go after this extremely talented Montreal defense. He will throw on his first play of the game and drops it in over the top of the expanding linebackers. That will be Shamar Bridges making the grab and moving the sticks on first down. Butler stays in the backfield with Mitchell. Montreal shows a pressure look up front. Snap comes to Mitchell. Looking into a window, throws in behind. Luther Hakanavanu, incomplete. Turnover on downs.
But that those around him were also feeling a sense of confidence.
Leads by example and through his actions as they get the ball into the hands of Tyson Philpott. They can bounce him out here and use him in all situations as they go with a fake run to the inside. Now on the run to the sideline, it is Fletcher. He'll be brought down by Trevor Hoyt. And once again, Antwi bounces in. Fletcher bounces out. Different look here from the Alouettes we haven't seen this season as Alexander with pressure on. Ball is out. It's on the turf rolling around. Alexander lost his helmet. And the Hamilton Tiger Cats for now have picked up the football.
A little bit of adversity for the young quarterback in the early going here as the Tiger Cats get to him for the sack and the turnover.
On 1st and 10. Bo, play action, pressure on, and he'll go down. Flying into the backfield, Tyrese Beverett adds his second sack of the campaign. 19 yards down the field. It was all quick release underneath or bombs over the top. By the way, he was 3 of 4 on throws of 20 yards or more down the field. What will he do here on second down? He goes to that intermediate range, intercepted. It's George Jr. cutting back towards the goal line. Touchdown. Pick 6. Hamilton's defense, which has struggled to get interceptions, the least in the CFL, just 2 coming in, have their 3rd of the year, and it goes for a major. Alexander against a 3-man rush on 2nd and long. Loads this one up for Tyson Philpott. Over the top, incomplete. Walter Fletcher told us this week he thinks Alexander has the strongest arm he's seen in the Canadian Football League. And that time on full display, but just missing a little bit of touch to drop it into 6. On one-on-one here in Week 9 in the CFL. Davis Alexander out of Portland State steps up, pressure on, skips away from it, looks down the field and rips one to the sideline. And there's the frozen rope that we've been hearing about. Tyson Philpott on the receiving end. Crowd into it at Tim Hortons Field. Hamilton rushes 4. Alexander looks over the top to Charleston. Rambo! Touchdown, Alouettes! What a beautiful ball over the top of Moxie, and Rambo makes the play on Richard Leonard. We're all even in the Hammer. Bo Levi Mitchell out of his hands quickly to the fullback. James Tuck puts his shoulder down. Ball's on the turf. They whistle it dead.
So here you'll see the ball carrier A is not down by contact, and B, I don't know how much more immediate the recovery could be.
I guess based on the wording of it, because it bounced off the leg of an Alouette and he didn't recover it as the first person it touched, then therefore it's not a clear and immediate recovery, but yeah.
You're getting closer and closer to the fire.
At some point, you got to head for the escarpment. Otherwise, the cavalry's coming. This is picked. Right over the middle, intercepted. It's Bryce Cosby looking for Tim White. And miscommunication as Bo Levi Mitchell threw it directly into the chest of Cosby. Ozima, 6 of 8 on the year. From inside 40 yards, 5 of 6 so far this season. Smooth through the uprights, and the Alouettes take their first lead of this ball game.
For the 3rd year QB out of Portland State.
Told us he's been thinking about this moment for a long time, getting a start in professional football. Wants to make the most of it. He'll begin with a completion. Tyson Philpott crosses the 50 and rolls his way out to the 54-yard line. Been thinking about that. Jalen's been bothering me that it wasn't the nicest. Who cares? Grey Cup winner. As Alexander rolls to his right away from pressure, and then they get him. Kyle Wilson will get credit for the sack. Mitchell looks out to his right, back to his left, stands in, has forever. Pressure on, flips it into traffic, and it's intercepted.
Upon review by the command center, the ruling on the field is overturned to an incomplete pass. It will be third down.
A lot of added pressure on the D.
Handed off around the edge, goes Walter Fletcher, cuts back, crosses the 55, and is out to the 44-yard line. Catch it, rush it, block it, does it all. Davis Alexander looking for Charleston Rambo. Can he get another touchdown? It dropped in, and they'll call it a major.
Come on, man. After review by the command center, the ball carrier was down with contact at the 1-yard line. The ball will be placed on the 1-yard line.
Caleb Evans in at quarterback. 3 rushing touchdowns on the season. Make it 4. As the Alouettes extend their lead by way of the short yardage package. Emptied out for now. 3-by-3. Keandre Smith checks in. Pass protection. Coming around the top was Beverett. Couldn't get there. They look for Tim White on the corner route. And it's incomplete. Knocked away. Najee Murray. So when we talked to Jason Moss, I said, so was he hard on the quarterback coaches in 2012 with the Argos? He said, hey, he gave us everything we needed. Little shovel underneath. Walter Fletcher crosses midfield down just shy of the 50-yard line for season week number 9 already. Hard to believe. Alexander rolls to his right, looks back to his left, throws it over the top, and he had Rambo open. And he got hit as he was releasing it, so Alexander shakes his head on that one because he knows 14 could still be running. Today, first-round pick out of Guelph. Talking about all those receivers. As now Mitchell over the top for Luther Hakanavanu, intercepted. Kavian Ento robbed it over the top just like he did in the Grey Cup on this field.
Bo thinks he's got Hakanavanu going down the rail, but reaction time break on the ball by the corner Ento to come get this one. Just tremendous play. Starts off on the outside. One that if Bo had back, maybe leads Hakanavanu a little more vertically down the field. Ento took over at the field corner. First-year players had huge impact. Ento continuing to do so here this season.
Alexander with time finds Rambo, big collision, but at the 50-yard line, Rambo holds on. 2nd and 11 from right around where Alexander found Rambo for a touchdown earlier on. Looks to his left, Reggie White Jr., and this one should have been intercepted. The only touchdown in this ballgame, again, the Kenneth George Jr. pick 6 off Davis Alexander. Could have been his 2nd interception, but see plays like this, it makes you realize 10 points off turnovers, there's a reason Hamilton has only had 3 interceptions this year, just can't close the hands. Might need to make another big play if they want to win this football game. Alexander from his end zone, pressure on, scrambles out to the left, reloads it, looks down the field, toe tap, Reggie White Jr. That's a completed pass.
Played against each other in a 7-on-7 tournament in the Seattle area when they were both in high school.
Oh, Alexander just got blown up by Casey Sales. Lost his helmet yet again.
Casey Sales right on the left side of your screen. And in fairness, no effort to avoid the head contact on that one by the Tiger Cat player.
Well, all that's happening. Caleb Evans warming up. Quarterback who was replaced, of course, by Davis Alexander in the comeback victory last week. Caleb Evans pulls the football, throws it over the top, looking for David Dallaire, catches it into the end zone. Touchdown Alouettes. And Caleb Evans comes in cold off the bench. Play action and throws a fading corner for the major. Luther Hakanavanu and Tyler Turnowski in the ball game as well. They'll look that direction. Gets this pass into the waiting arms of Turnowski. Ento changes the math with his length and range in the passing attack as well. As Mitchell now looks down the seam, Tim White Easy mode. Oh, they've been waiting for that all night. And too much this season for the Mitchell to Tim White connection. And when it looks that easy, it makes you wonder why it doesn't happen more often. Inside the score zone for the Alouettes. Once again. And a little naked boot this time. It's a race to the cone against Robert Panabaker. And Evans rolls his way down. And now Evans is grabbing at his right knee. And did he just hurt himself trying to throw the brakes on? Great to see Caleb Evans onto his feet, but he will expect plenty of assistance to make his way back to the sideline. Let's see what they choose to go with. Alexander hands it off, cutting back, left side, towards the end zone, as Jason Moss and the Alouettes continue their road-winning ways. Handshake between the two former teammates with the Toronto Argonauts, Scott Milanovich and Jason Moss.